Over the course of its history, the James Bond film series has presented a number of stunning automobiles with four wheels. Given the deal that was made with the manufacturers, it is easy to see why there has been some favoritism towards the Aston Martin brand. On the other hand, a great number of other automobile manufacturers have either watched with delight or terror as James Bond. And the villains drove and destroyed their finest cars in the world of 007. Nothing is cheap. Whatever 007 does, he does it in style. There are almost as many luxurious and expensive automobiles as there are James Bond movies because there are so many of them. In this video, we will give you information about the top 10 most costly automobiles owned by James Bond. However, before we begin our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel and also press the bell icon. Jaguar XKR, $100,000. It's possible that this is the most technologically advanced vehicle that any Bond villain has ever driven. Zhao, a North Korean intelligence operative, pursues James Bond over a frozen lake in Die Another Day while he is driving his brilliant green Jaguar XKR. Zhao is able to locate Bond using the thermal imaging camera on the Jaguar, despite the fact that Bond's automobile is invisible. A mobile bomb, missiles, a Gatling rifle, studded tires, and ramming spikes are just some of the jaw-dropping capabilities of this incredible vehicle. Even though it is chilly outside, Zhao has no interest in putting the top back down on the convertible car. The model can be purchased on a variety of different distribution sites. Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, $119,999. Fans have taken to calling the Aston Martin Vanish that James Bond drove in Die Another Day his Aston Martin Vanish. This is because, in the film, it possesses qualities of adaptive camouflage that make it undetectable to the naked sight, which explains why this is the case. The car plays a significant role in the parts of the movie that take place on the ice, notably the iconic chase action with Zhao. It comes equipped with a few upgrades like as ejector seats, rockets that fire forward, and shotguns that are mounted on the bonnet. A vehicle of this type can be purchased on the market for the amount that was mentioned earlier. 1937 Rolls-Royce Phantom III, $150,000. It is safe to say that Auric Goldfinger holds a prominent place among the most extravagant Bond villains of all time. In contrast to the other villains, he anticipates that James Bond would perish rather than reveal any information. A man who has access to such a large quantity of gold will almost certainly be riding in style due to the wealth at his disposal. A 1937 Rolls-Royce Phantom III bearing the registration number AU1, which stands for Auric 1, is in the villain's possession. In the film, Goldfinger disguises a vehicle by fusing tons of gold into its bodywork so that it can pass customs in Switzerland undetected. Fans of vintage automobiles have the opportunity to purchase the vehicle, albeit without the gold. BMW Z8, $250,000. In the film The World Is Not Enough, James Bond makes effective use of the Z8 before the vehicle is destroyed by a chopper that is fitted with enormous saws. This is the only occasion in which the MI6 agent shows any worry about a vehicle being damaged. The vehicle is loaded to the gills with surface-to-air missiles. According to Q, it also has the capability of being controlled remotely using a keychain, making it the ideal toy for anyone who has a passion for automobiles. At the time of the Z8's launch, BMW was able to produce 5,703 units due to the vehicle's extraordinary demand. Anyone who is interested in purchasing one right now can do so for the price of $250,000. Aston Martin DBS V12, $316,000. During his pursuit of the villain Le Chiffre in Casino Royale, James Bond drives the DBS V12 sports car. When he swerves to avoid hitting his love interest, Vesper Lind, his car is totaled as a result of his maneuver. During the jaw-dropping opening sequence of Quantum of Solace, the MI6 car is seen once more driving the same model. During the high-speed pursuit around Lake Garda, the car is hit by hundreds of bullets, but it continues to drive forward. There are no noteworthy extras included with the DBS V12. Having said that, the chassis is reinforced so that it can withstand damage. In spite of the fact that the automobile has been damaged by multiple gunshots, Mr. White, who Bond is transporting, is safe and sound in the trunk. A little bit more than $200,000 is needed to purchase a DBS V12 model. Toyota GT2000, $1 million. Daniel Craig has admitted that this particular vehicle from the James Bond franchise is his favorite, and not any of the Aston Martins. In the film You Only Live Twice, James Bond, played by Sean Connery, and Aki, a member of the Japanese Secret Service, both drove the supercar. For the sake of the movie, a total of just 2 prototypes of the convertible car were made. There was never an attempt made to produce any others. It is also the only Toyota that has ever appeared in any of the James Bond films or television shows. Anyone interested in purchasing it can do so directly from eBay at this time. Lotus Esprit, $1 million. It is impossible to forget James Bond's amphibious car from The Spy Who Loved Me. The vehicle appeared in that film. It allows the British spy to avoid being caught by several of Stromberg's goons, including the notorious Jaws. When there is no more road to navigate, James Bond drives the vehicle straight into the ocean, where it transforms into a miniature submarine. In addition to its capability of traveling over water, the Lotus is armed with several missile launchers. Bond destroys a helicopter that is searching the water for him by firing a missile at it from the depths of the ocean. Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, actually purchased the exact car that was used in the film in 2013. Jaguar CX-75, $1.2 million. In the James Bond film series, Mr. Hinks, played by Dave Bautista, is arguably the most wealthy of all of the villains. He is the owner of the franchise's most costly automobile that is not driven by James Bond. The first time we see the car is when James Bond is attempting to flee the Spectre meeting that is taking place in Rome after Blofeld has singled him out. Mr. Hinks, who had just finished murdering one of his co-workers and taking his place, jumps into his Jaguar and begins to pursue Bond. Despite the fact that his Jaguar can reach a high speed of 200 miles per hour and James Bond's automobile can reach a top speed of 193 miles per hour, he is unable to catch him. Aston Martin DB10, $3.5 million. The Aston Martin DB10 is the first automobile that the company has created particularly for a James Bond film. It first manifests itself in the film Spectre. Bond steals it from Q's workshop after falling in love with it despite the fact that it was intended for Agent 009 all along. He makes use of it in a thrilling chase sequence that takes place in the streets of Rome with the villain Mr. Hinks. A rear machine gun and an ejector seat are also included in its arsenal. The one and only sale of a DB10 that has been documented took place a few years ago. Unfortunately, it cannot be driven on public roads and must instead be done so on a private track. Aston Martin DB5, $4.6 million. More than any other vehicle, the BD5 is inextricably linked to the James Bond film series. 8 distinct movies have seen James Bond's character, 007, driving this vehicle. The DB5 that James Bond drives is not like the DB5 that other people drive. Ejector seats, tire shredders, global positioning system mapping devices, and buttons that unleash smoke and nails are all included. The market sees just a very limited supply of the automobile. It was only just purchased at an auction in London for a staggering $4.6 million. These are the top 10 most expensive James Bond cars. Tell us about your favorite car in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.